Okay, sorry about that. I've just realised I've been probably talking to myself for the last qualifying lap. Thanks to myself having muted my microphone. Anyway, if that was true, welcome to round 9 of SRL at the, what is it called? British Grand Prix. Sorry, forgetting things there. Saying them so many times and somehow still forget them. It's Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. And that's so far our second qualifying lap after the restart of the stream in the wrong resolution, too high. So I put it down from 720 to 430, I think. 480 should work. Whatever it is now, should be fine by now. But we've managed to set our our best lap time ever of a 1:32.8, which is almost half a second faster than our previous best, which was 33.2, 32.3, kind of around that area. Let's just say there's no % chance of rain. We need 2 sets of options for the race, and we will have that. So here we go for our last run. As our teammate enters the pits. Sorry if you can hear me drinking or my microphone going away. I'm getting weaker as I'm drinking because I have to move the microphone. And stay awake, I've got Red Bull and water. Not the best combination for a 50% race because I'll probably need a piss halfway through. But it's all I've got. So that we'll have to do. Pole position is 32.1. If you consider that we're only 7/10 off. That's not as bad as we could have thought it could be. Actually into third. Wait, how are we in third? For any viewers that are watching, I'm pretty sure we were in fourth when this stream started, after we set that lap. Or have you seen someone been disqualified or something? Oh, Callum's offline. That's an interesting one. That could be the reason, yeah, because he was ahead of us. Yeah, that's why we're in third. Oh dear. Oh dear. Championship leader, or second, one of the two. I think he's championship leader, and he's won the championship before. He's now out of qualifying, potentially as well, out of the race, if he didn't get the backup in line. I certainly didn't send one out because I was too occupied on trying to get this up, which at the moment it says is working, and I hope it is. So I'm not doing another flipping introduction. It's about the 4th one now. Let's go to start our last qualifying lap. But that wasn't a good second to last corner. Neither was that for a last corner. Third one's pretty easy. Try to nail this first sector a bit better. Which at the moment it seems like we probably are. A bit wheel spin there though. Getting up into 8th gear again, we hope. The guy in first position actually is using a wheel and traction control on medium, so he's got the best of both worlds. Cheater is another word I use. The other ones are pad users, so they're really flying in first and third sector, but they're struggling in the sector we are now entering. Getting on the power slightly earlier there, about half a second early, trying our hardest now. 1/10 faster. I don't think it will change our position, but we will still give it our all into this last sector. Bad line through there. That's definitely cost us time. We're going to try this now. So pole time is gone up, but we're not going to set that anyway, are we? So as we go for cross set 32.9, not a better lap. That doesn't really matter. But anyway, before the race starts, I will now jump off and go to the toilet. Hopefully the race won't have started by the time I get back. So I'll see you all in, well, should be about 30 seconds. Okay, we are now back for the remainder of this race, hopefully, unless we disconnect, which I will be really pissed about. Setting up our strategy, then we know it already. Starting from, oh dumb, we dropped from 4th on the grid, but this is the same strategy as we ran in AOR. As you can see, you could call it a controversial one. I definitely called it that until I found out that a one-stopper on a wheel is almost a death sentence. There is literally no turning back from it. I'm not going to go to the race, not at the moment at least. It says it's registering a red field on my microphone. No idea if that's too loud or not. I'll just keep it where it is at the moment. Game audio. Whatever it is, I can't do anything about it now, because now it's too late. Just try and make the mute button somewhere reasonably near me, in case someone walks into my room. I won't mention who, but you can probably guess when I say I've got a family with a sister. Usually it's the annoying sister. But anyway, as we get on to the grid now, there it comes. Silver Legend in his Red Bull on pole position. Us in our Lotus Twin Tuscanos idiot thing in 4th, and our teammate down in 8th. I believe we are probably the only top team or top person starting on the prime tires, probably the only one on the grid. In fact, I believe most people will probably choose to run them at the end. I know there's a few people who's going to one-stop probably. So here we go then. 5 red lights, and they're out. Getting mugged off the line, of course. Brilliant. This is the big advantage of being a wheel user. Yep, nice. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest trying throwing it down the inside of me. I'll give you room, but not much. Oh, it's my teammate, and I've been tapped. Brilliant. What the? Okay, this has got to be some kind of super realistic penalty system, because that's the flipping second race in a row that's been ruined by a start where I've done nothing flipping wrong and got a penalty. Last time I lost my evidence, I couldn't do anything about it, but I just noticed the car's very heavy, and it's something that I'm not used to at the moment, because I've been practicing for AOR, which isn't this week but next week, and therefore I've been doing Spa and qualifying a lot, and not in race that much, so I'm not used to a heavy car. Oh dear. See how much we're gaining on the cars ahead, especially as they've gone wide onto the grass. We are quite far down, we've actually dropped 4 positions from the start, but of course I know for the fact that the prime tyres are about a second lap slower than the options, so the fact we're going to do 2 option stints which are quite long should favour us by the end. But from here, as you see through this last sector, I was expecting to pull away and the guy behind to close up. Ridiculous. It's not closed up that much, but they've pulled away like madness, of course. That's the only disadvantage I have by not running medium traction control. It affects you especially in the race, rather than just in qualifying. It's not that powerful. It's just in the race. You can see like a high-speed corner like that, they've had to lift. I can just go flat without even thinking about anything. But at the moment I'm still staying with this little 4th to 8th pack, kind of thing, 4th to 9th now. This is the guy which we took out by accident last race. I'm not sure if we're lagging, we probably are. If we are and someone else experienced lag from us, we will not stream anymore. But look at the flipping traction, he's on the prime tyres like us. What the? Does anyone see any contact on my screen there apart from a guy going sideways? I'd like to know, because I was completely on the inside apex. Oh, stop sending me flipping invites. The guys ahead are battling, so that means we're catching, which is very nice considering they're on the options. But I suspect they're probably on the one stopper, so I should really be a lot faster. As we go a bit quiet though, it is called concentration. Something I don't usually have much of, not when racing at least. We're now halfway through our prime stint. Or we will be once we cross the line, of course. Not sure. I think you can go flat out almost on the options, but you can't on the primes. I had to put a small lift in there, as you heard. But here it gets drastically different. There's no braking involved, but the lifting is a lot longer. It's like 2 seconds probably for that corner. I'm not sure if it would be more effective, like just brake for a split second and power, but I would feel I get oversteer then, and I know I do, so that's why I just lift off to secure the fact that I don't get any oversteer. For crying out loud, does he understand the reason of being busy? No. When I put busy and put SRL race on my gamer tag thing, that means I'm racing. So we're now 2.5 seconds off to the pole lap. Looks like there's been a collision at the lead actually. There seems like there's a bit of a train possibly forming up ahead of us. Looks like Ferrari's gone off. We're actually still chasing our teammate, I didn't realise that. I haven't paid attention to the car red. I hardly know any of the names in this league, so kind of hard in a way to know who's who. The only way I know it's my teammate is because it seems to be a Lotus and it says that orange thing next to his name, which means he's my teammate. I believe he's Finnish, which is quite good. I think that's the only reason I chose him, because I got to choose teammate, so there was 2 to choose from. Oh, someone off. Who's that? DJ Robinson, I suspect. Also no, because it looked like a Sauber, which means it can't be him because he's in a Ferrari. That part I know. Ooh, as we go terribly wide, the primes aren't wearing, but they cool down and they get worse. No, wait, that was a teammate actually. No, I forgot that. There's 4 seconds. TJ Robinson ahead in his Ferrari. That's not brilliant, but I've had experience of losing 10 seconds here alone in the first stint over 6 laps, and then gaining all them back plus about 3 or 4 seconds as well once I switch onto the options. So if you kind of look at the gap to the cars ahead. They're all in a very neatly packed group kind of thing. If you think that the thing is, if they're all one-stopping, that's going to make this very hard. That means I've absolutely got to fly on those options when I come in at the end of the next lap. But I hope that it will go okay. 5.8 seconds, so we're not losing dreadful amounts. But remember, their options are just starting to wear. But they're still producing optimal speeds as their fuel is burning off. Whilst our fuel is burning off, whilst I'm slightly worn, or getting towards worn, prime tyres, which are completely terrible in grip. So that's the only reason why we're only using them for 6 laps. Oh my god, yep, I had to use to the brakes there. Yes, and if someone complains that that one corner cut there made up for every single mistake I made for that middle sector, then go away. And you don't know enough about F1. That was rather entertaining. It's not very entertaining when you've got this force feedback coming through your wheel. Suddenly goes light and then kicks the opposite direction. Same thing with corrections like these. These are absolutely terrible because your wheel goes light and you're not sure which way the car's going until you see it on screen. Steering input is lagging just slightly at the moment on our screen, which of course you saw they put us off for the first 2 corners. But we are, oh my god, that was oversteer, sorry. Hope it didn't gain me any time. Now the tyres are starting to wear. That explains the wheel spin. 7 tenths in the first corner, but we've actually gained time on the car ahead. That's very odd. But we lost time to the car behind. Tyres are faintly showing signs of wear. But the car ahead has made some kind of mistake as he's dropped off the field ahead of him. Quite a bit. Ooh, that was a close call for an extension. That was. I don't know why I did that. Because it's here I left off. See? No, gap's the same actually, that's quite funny. There was someone that passed us on the primes. I believe, I can't remember who it was. But we are in this lap for the options, as mentioned before the race. Take a quick drink now. We should now hopefully do 10 laps on each set of options. Worked brilliantly in AR, so if it doesn't work here then stuff it. This is a league that I don't really put too much thought and practice into, so same with TGP really, that's why I just put music over it rather than commentate anything. But AR, for those wondering, there will not be highlights from Hungary as I couldn't attend, but there will be from Spa of course once we have cleared the break week, which is this weekend. So it will be the week afterwards. For my winter break, that's not good, I believe that's the host. If that is, yeah, this could be bad. With us streaming, we should be the first in line to lose connection. We'll come out in 10th out of 9th position, which is nice. That's really just because we've pitted and no one else has. There's 2 cars ahead battling, slightly bold it seems. Not changing positions, but they are side by side. Let's see if this is flat. Yes, of course it is. That's brilliant news for us on the option tyres. Hope we can stay like that for the rest of the race. Bit not wide enough line now, but 15.5, I don't believe that, looking at the car ahead, unless that's the lap bloke, but considering we're the last person, I doubt that's possible. Bill 101 Bob is the, not host, but owner of the league, but I don't know what his name is, or know what his car is. So that's a bit of a mystery at the moment. But it says 15 seconds, which, looking at how close that car is ahead of me, I would guess about 3 seconds. Why is the timing screen telling me 15? Like, it's not true. Wherever it is. Unless I have been lapped, which in that case I would be really, really, really pissed.
Again, 15 seconds for the next car.
Oversteer galore. Cooking our tyres just a bit. Not too much, not hitting those inside bollards. Flat out again this lap, will it? Yes it is. Wee. Slipstreaming the car ahead. It's going ridiculously slow, and this is worrying me. As we are now into the middle sector, which is where basically pad users explode. As you can see here, we're going to take a nice and clean move around the outside. Please don't move across. I'm not sure if they can actually see me, considering it says they're 15 seconds up the road. What the holy moly is this? We've just passed the guy who says he's in last, right? And we've been given the blue flags. What the hell am I... What am I supposed to do to that? What? I'm speechless at the moment. If you know what's going on, please tell me in the comments for afterwards. Oh my god, who the hell is this? Oh, he's still on the prime tyres, that guy. Oh my god, that was a lag spike and a half, that was. Not half, that was just one really. Probably half. This is the guy who went sideways through cops with us a bit earlier, so we're not really feeling confident to go past him. Especially not as we're entering that same section now. He's gone defensive. I wonder if we're like 3 or 4 seconds up the road compared to what we see. Oh my god, yeah, thanks for flipping lot. Don't know what you're thinking there, because when you lost that much speed, you're not going to be able to defend from me through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel. Especially considering the fact I've already got an advantage on you by being a wheel user. The only problem I will find here is that I just passed him, and if he's actually reasonably fast and holding up with us, we will now struggle because, well, he will be able to catch up through this sector and through the first sector and get DRS on us and possibly be able to strike back at us before the second sector. And arguably the second sector is the hardest part of this track to overtake on, but it's the only place that we really can overtake on because that's the place we are fastest, of course. So we seem to have jumped a few people with the undercut. I believe we were 8th, 7th. We're now 6th. So I'm not quite sure who we jumped, but we jumped someone. Leaving the guy behind slightly, but I suspect he's one stopping as he hasn't pitted to leave the primes yet. Oh, yep, that was a huge mistake. Challenging that braking zone wasn't a clever idea. This is 20 seconds to the guy ahead. I hope we can get our penalty removed, that would be very nice. And I'm begging that this is recording, because otherwise I'll be pissed to say the least, because I've crossed off for everything on the side of like, this has got to be recorded, rather than just, this should be, there's this box you can tick for record, and it was ticked all over the shop, so if it doesn't record like it didn't do last time, then I'm lost. And this will be only a live event only. But if you're watching this as highlights, then fine by me. And this is working. If you notice, like we're doing in this race, like we did in the AR race, we are following a fuel mixture pattern. Something we usually do for every track. Like here we run lean for parts of the first sector and parts of the last sector, and rich for most of the middle sector. As someone else comes out the pits, this is the guy that we've now passed, according to the timing screens. Alright, what? Can someone please explain to me what the hell just went on with that timing screen? It said me in P6, but someone else's name was in P6. As TJ Robinson comes out of the pits, I suspect he's on a one-stopper. Looks like he hit the bollard there, but not gone through it. Small lift on entry, very slight lift. We've been told that we will get penalised if we cut and extend, so we will try our hardest not to, even though we did a bit there. Running wide in dirty air, nice. Won't get DRS this time, but we will have slipstream, 1.3 seconds, not bad, but we should lose plenty of time through here. And also through the next section in the corners. I suspect that the guy ahead could be on the primes, but I'm not 100% sure on this. .35.2, I don't know, faster lap could have been a 35. No, it can't be a 35.0 because we've set that. So we actually gained on the car ahead though, have we? No, we've lost time. Of course we've went through sector 3. So if you find me more boring commentating on this, is because I'm not trying to be entertaining, because then I would probably crash. And if you're watching the last one live before it didn't get recorded, you'll understand why I'm not trying to do entertaining during a league race ever again, because it just ended with a huge catastrophe of me hitting quite a few people, I would admit. That was nice. I think we might get DRS this time around. No, we're not. We're just losing so much time. We're 9/10 within him, so this is quite funny. But I think it's because it's measured halfway through. By that time we haven't gained into a second on him, kind of thing. But we're really putting pressure on him now. He's looks to be feeling it a bit. I think we can brake later than them. But of course, as you can see, here comes your pad traction. It's just goodbye, 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 Jim Bob. I'll see you another day when you use medium traction control for a race, which I never will. Sorry if you feel I could be more competitive with it, but I'm not allowed to use it in AR, so why would I use it in any other league? That's my philosophy. Just teach me to drive without it, and then I'll get to AR, and it's like, oh, let's power here. Oh, wait, no, that'll kill me. The thing is, he's gone defensive already, which I find quite interesting, because either that means that on his screen I'm right next to him, or that he's for some reason hating that I'll get his slipstream, which I don't bother slipstream at all. I don't go defensive until they come to me. Usually I go defensive to the middle of the track. Yep, that was not a clever decision. Not a clever decision. 2 wheels, see? The difference between 2 and 4 wheels cutting. 4 wheels gains a lot more than 2. Nope, we got that wrong, but so is he. Hopefully we will have DRS this time. Yes, we do. But if he's on a one-stopper, this is really not good, because arguably we are catching up and then being held by him slightly at the moment. That was overstay galore again. But as you can see, we're just losing loads and loads of time in that last sector to anyone who's a pad user, basically. We left the cars behind us for dead, pretty much, which I'm quite glad about. Seems like we're possibly reeling in the car ahead. He's gone a bit wide and cut back in on exit. I'm not sure what that's for. Yeah, I'm going to follow you across to the slipstream. There's not going to be much point in trying not to. He's gone wide. That's going to give us the opportunity. Not here, but looking into the middle sector now. Cut. Gone that. Not cut, but missed that on the inside quite a lot. And that's, of course, allowed him to get the better run on us, hasn't it? Why did they have to be so different? The wheel and the pad. In the old game, that could possibly just meant I got closer to being side by side with him here. But then, of course, he would have a chance through here, wouldn't he? Whilst at the moment, you can see he's going wide everywhere. But then, of course, that can happen to us, which can't happen to him, which gets really, really annoying after a while. We're getting really close now. Means I suspect he's not going to pit again, but we are, which leaves us with a slight dilemma. Because really we need to clear him, well, really we should have cleared him about 5 laps ago. If we were to beat him on track. If he pits again, then we will be really glad. I've heard there's a few, should be 2 stopping as well, but as you can see he's just gained masses of time on us in that first sector. Problem is that we're in the wrong place to be now, because we're behind getting the dirty air, making our tyres nice and overheating, at the same time as they're wearing a lot faster, whilst he is in the position of we're not close enough to attack him with DRS. Oh my god. Yep. Sorry about that. Meant we lost sight on the road. Thank god it didn't happen through here, Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel. That would probably have cost us very dearly. Yeah, that, if you heard that, that's just a confirmation. He's faster in Sector 1. What a surprise. If the game said that I was faster, then that's a load of rubbish. That can't be possible. Unless he's really rubbish. But if he was really rubbish, he wouldn't be ahead of us, would he? Pit stop lap, yeah. Feel like I can use a new fresh set of these. I've gone off a lot since low 35s. I'm in the 34.9s, so it says what best lap that is. I strongly doubt that was the last lap. We won't get there at this time. Nope, knew it. It's just about pull the gap on us enough. I think this is the problem where our tyre wear it's getting reasonably bad, but his is still pretty much none. So of course that means you can pull away from us. And that's the only thing about this stretch that it doesn't completely work. As if they're good on conserving tyres as a pad user anyway, because then we definitely don't stand chances. And that's, well, along with pace, that is the difference why we're now in 6th. Just like in AOR. Rather than, well, I don't rate this league lower nor higher than AOR. I kind of slightly less, possibly. But like the top runners, I would admit they're probably quite close to our top runners. But like they're nowhere near, for instance, Novo's tank. But then they've got, as you can see, a midfield which is at the moment quite far behind me. And if you consider that I'm usually always in the midfield in AOR, then that's not the greatest thing I could have said, is it? We just drunk a bit there and prayed that the guys behind wouldn't come out to disturb us, which they haven't, thank God for that. They pitted themselves. I think pretty much this will be our position, sadly. till the end. Massive oversteer there. So there was 0% chance of rain for this race. Bleh, sorry. But consider looking at the weather at Silverstone. It's quite grey. The annoying thing about this is I wish this could, like if you had dynamic, you could mimic the weather pattern of real life, because then you'd never have a dry Silverstone race. Never. Because it always rains in England, doesn't it? I'm asking you, because I come from England, but definitely not from Northamptonshire, or wherever it is, so I'm slightly clueless about that. I know it rains a hell of a lot down south when I'm there in the summer, but then it rains a ton here in Norway, so what's the difference? It's almost the same as we're now 17.5 seconds. I hope we can gain that for the last few laps. As you can see, it says we've got the Australian 0.6 seconds behind us. Sorry, but I can't see you. So if you actually are, next time, well, at the moment you haven't made contact with me, and I'm praying lost connection to Jamie995. I'm not sure if he's ahead or behind us. I'm hoping he's ahead of us, because that means we'll gain a few points. The green flag is here, so I suspect he's gone off here somewhere and retired. But it looks like we're down to 8 runners, so I think our teammate is in last, actually. What do you say? I can't hear what my engineer's saying, because I've got this headphones on, so I can only hear the engine notes slightly. So I think he said something about we can turn up the engine mix, but it's on optimal, so I wouldn't consider it. 16.0 seconds at the moment, so we're getting quite a lot, but by my calculations we'll still be, if we catch at this rate, about 1.5 seconds away. As you now, he's somehow dropped 11 seconds behind when he was under a second last lap, so that's, yeah, this game has got a lot of lag. Let's just say that, to be fair, on the mild side. I've seen two views of racing where some person, or like from my point of view, I've been nowhere near someone, and on their point of view I've smashed them off. I was like, you've not even been on my screen, mate. Oh, we've gone purple actually. Damn, that's messed up. That's not going to be a purple lap now, is it? I'd love to get a fastest lap in a league race. It's been a very long time since I got a pole or a win or a fastest lap in a league race, to be honest. Very, very long time it's been now. Way too long, really. It's just I've been moved up tiers. And when you get moved up tiers, you're of course in the bottom end of the field rather than at the top end, like I was in F5 last season, and the season before in F3 I was around at least the top half to the top 3 kind of thing at best of the thing, and sometimes I would win races, but now I can't do that as Robinson has come out 4 seconds behind us. That is great news for us, because that means we should have 4th if we don't mess this up, and we know that the guy ahead is on a one-stopper, which potentially, if his tyres fall off the cliff, which we are praying, then we could get a podium. First podium in this league. I think is it our 3rd race? Oh dear, sorry. Not concentrating yet. Ooh. For anyone watching this back, wondering about corner cutting, none of that there was intentional. Okay. Ooh, that's getting close. We're gaining time on Robinson behind, which is brilliant, because I know he will catch that on us later again in the race. The funny thing is how he's pitted a lap later than us and lost around 6 seconds on us, which I've meant he must have. Now we're getting 2 positions. That means he possibly could have been involved in the crash up ahead where the other guy disconnected. Right, that could explain why we got 5th and then 4th at the same time, because like he dropped behind us after pitting, losing a bit of time, and then the guy disconnected. The other guy probably rage quit. Don't know, didn't see it, don't care. So far it's been a boring race. I'm praying, for the sake of entertaining, that he catches us, but for my sake of getting this 4th place, I would rather not. I wouldn't call what I'm doing now great driving at the moment. Definitely wouldn't call it great driving. Gap's quite stable at the moment, 5.7. There's now, how many laps? 7? Oh, holy hell, I left off there. There's about 6 laps left. It's not too bad, really. We're hooping. We're being quite consistent at the moment. You can see 0.01 like seconds off so far this lap. Getting 7.1, getting to 17 ahead. It's not good enough, but possibly if his tyres fall off completely off the cliff, he could lose. I think here probably about 6 seconds a lap, possibly if they go completely off the cliff. So if I keep closing this rate, I might be lucky and get it kind of, but I'm getting close to the fastest lap, I think. Not close enough. Flipping hell, I hate this corner. There's coming input lag every so often on my screen. I don't think you see it though. It seems to come every time I go across the start-finish line. They had that in Austria as well. There was a yellow flag glitch, which I have had about 3 times now at Austria. It just makes your screen, makes my screen at least freeze, and then, well, basically I can't. It's as if I'm driving kind of thing for everyone else, but I'm not driving on my screen. So like, I can be going through turn 1, or like turning in, but like really I could be almost going straight ahead on my screen. But for them it seems like something completely different, which is very nice. I wish the lag could be fixed on this game. If it was any kind of other F1 game that I actually enjoyed, I would have played it rather than this. But the only one I can think of is F1 2002 or 2006, which I slightly like enjoying. Apart from, well, I don't like 2006 that much, because 2006 has like manual pit stop things where you press all the buttons, and I'm absolutely rubbish at multitasking. Which means that it's a complete chaos when I attempt to do. That's one thing I just thought of. I've got a damn penalty, haven't I? Flipping hell, I have. I need to gain 10 seconds on the guy behind in case I don't get it removed. 8-point-something seconds, so it's going up, come on. We'll go quite for a small second now, so push. I'll try and talk a bit less, because at the moment it's like being in tunnel vision. We're just going round and round and round, but we're not actually paying attention on what we've done each lap. It's just more concentrating on trying to bring up new topics, which isn't easiest, as we're 7 tenths faster than our previous best. We're gained to 13.8 on the car road, 9.5. The car behind is struggling. I suspect it could be possible that he switched onto the primes now. Of course, that means he will lose a lot of time. Yeah, no extending that time, nor cutting. That's good. Tyres are starting to get worn, of course, now, which means that corner especially is quite easy. Cop's corner's pretty easy to cut, so's Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, which is there, extending onto the grass. That cost us not too much actually, but it cost us still a bit if you compare to that. 13.1 now, we're not gaining fast enough, but we are gaining. Retirement from someone who's probably fed up. But at the moment we're doing pretty well, aren't we, with our non-traction control driving. We would admit though that there are some things, like there's been 2 people disconnect kind of thing ahead of us, which has helped us. Yeah, he was 9.5, now he's 9.1 seconds behind, idiot. So that means that engineer told me he's dropping back, yep, but he still needs to drop 8 tenths. And I still need to keep it at 8 tenths. Which at the moment I don't think I will. Because my tyres are only going one way, and that is off. 9.7, it's interesting, he's losing quite a bit in the first sector, which I'm finding surprised, if you consider he's a pad user, I believe at least. Because I believe there's only actually wheel users in this league, me and Silver Legend, so I think he's first, or I believe that, at the moment at least, which means we're first and fourth. I would like to make that first and second, but I can't be asked, really, to attempt to practice like I do with AR. It's a completely different thing. And for those wondering on the standings where AR, you can go to the website, apexonracing.com/community, and check the results from the last race and see the standings. I'm not going to bother uploading anything on it until the end of Belgian Grand Prix, but I can tell you that Bad Boy came second. One of our slight rivals. We were pretty sure from Monaco onwards when he went past us that we wouldn't beat him in the championship, and that was now being confirmed by the fact that he got second in the last race, which means he's equal on points but with a second place. Of course that means he puts him ahead, as our best finish is 5th. So, but Wingsman as well got 4th, so he's got 12 points. I think he's now 10 or 12 points behind us, so as long as we don't miss any more races we should feel pretty confident on retaining him behind us. But that means we are in 7th in the championship. Quite ironic considering our favourite number is 7 and our favourite driver Kimi Räikkönen picked number 7 as well. As we now gone down to 9.9 seconds, that's not good. I'll be really pissed if I lose this by like 7/10 to the guy behind. Actually, before I end the stream, I think I'll go back in my recording somehow and try and attempt to record it, because I would really like to get that removed if I don't go over 10 seconds on him, which at the moment is looking unlikely. As you can see, the guy ahead on the option tyre told me before the race that his one stopper would work perfect. I was like, it's not working perfect because you're not in first, are you? But I don't think anyone tried a one stopper in this race. Not even the winner had a one stopper, I don't think, in AR. So 10.5 seconds ahead now. That's interesting, but it's only 2 laps ago, so unless he makes a huge error, then second. We're not going to gain on him. Oh my god, I've just noticed something, that is that I seem to be developing cramp in my right foot, which isn't good for acceleration because it means you just push it straight down. Okay-ish, at least. We had reasonable. We had 6th there in what's its name? Race. Crying out loud. After Bad Boy took us on about lap 16 or so. Don't know. Can't remember. Go and check it out if you want. The link is somewhere on my channel. It's It's one of the greater races I've had with loads of battling. Lasted about 18 minutes. Had a problem with the microphone though, which I hope is fixed for this race, so I won't have to ever think about it. It's just plugging in the USB instead of a, was it AV adapter thing as well, for sound and microphone. If you plug that in, then it makes a beeping noise, which gets on really annoying, gets on my nerves. So I decided to remove it, and hopefully it worked. But I won't know until after this race, as we now come across a bit sideways wheel spin across the line to take 4th position. We're now going to spectate Prey, make a mistake, be 10 seconds behind somehow. Come on, Ferrari number 7, please bring us some good luck. If he's taken 4th, I'm not. Thank God. We were a second faster than him on our best lap anyway. So our teammate now comes across the last few corners, or comes round the last few corners rather, to take 6th place for the team. That's a decent point, all 4th and 6th. Not the best, of course, but we could mean we go ahead as the guy that we made, well, actually no contact with, but unfortunate for him. I think that could have been lag. I actually don't know the rules of this league actually at the moment. I know you have to wait if it's lag. That should be a good question to ask for the next race, as I've had a few lag things in this series already.
Really well done. That's 12 points.
But that is that for tonight, I suspect, ladies and gentlemen. Qualified in 4th, or yeah, 4th, which, and then did it turn to 3rd? I can't remember, but we finished where we started, in simple terms, just off the podium. Really annoying, to be honest, in the end. A Silver Legend stands on the podium, on top of his car rather, in the Parc Fermé, after having won. We are expecting better from Hockenheim, possibly, but it is a real pad track in the middle sector especially. But we hope we've got some fight to put up there. Anyway, guys, I will leave you now, and until the next SRL race around Hockenheim next Friday at 10 PM GMT +1 and 9 PM GMT, which for England. I say goodbye, and can't wait to see you all next time for the German Grand Prix.